Squire to Moon. I just finished up talking about how to fight a spear online with a red. Let's talk about fighting a spear in a skirmish, or a 1v2, or a situation where that spear is not as well defended as they are on the line, but they're still defended. They've got a teammate or two, and they're still a threat to you, a real hard threat to you, especially if you're by yourself, or you have maybe a spearman, or maybe it's you and another red fighter, or maybe you got a spear. So one of the things that you're going to commonly see is a spear dude and a sword and shield dude. They're going to team up, and they might hold an end of a skirmish line, or they might run around and fight, just like attack your group, or split off and like try to flank your group. Usually that means they're pretty confident, and usually that's a big problem. Usually those people who are tagged together like that or run together like that have fought together multiple times with a group like that, where they're familiar with each other, familiar with the styles that they're doing, and they know their role. As a spear guy, he's just trying to stab people. He's trying to get as many kills as quick as possible, usually high value targets, maybe other polearm users, maybe red fighters specifically. And a shield dude is going to defend him. He's going to stop me from rushing. He's going to stop me from pushing hard on him. If you're stuck with that, a lot of times you'll either be breaking off from your skirmish group, the people you're fighting with in that skirmish, or you're like by yourself, like the last guy on the team and their last two. Situations like that are pretty common, especially at like the park level and realm level. You need to make that shield guy be a hindrance to the spear dude. To do that, let me grab a shield and put this on real quick. You need to put that shield in the way of that spear. So what I like to do is I like to figure out whatever side that spear is on. I usually hope it's on the shieldman's right side, because if I go left side, I'm stopping the right side shield sword arm and the spear from going around. Now, what does that force the spear guy to have to do? Pick that spear up and move on the other side of that sword and shield fighter. While he's doing that, shield guy's weak. The spear's range is gone. So most of the time they save it until they backed off. So if I'm circling over here, that shield guy's going to either pretend to push me, or he's going to back off and be defensive and wait for my rush. And the spear guy has that ability that he can just lift and move around and like back off if he needs to, or he'll like tell his shield guy to back off with him. And you can do two things when that spear guy switches. You can push hard as hell and hope to kill that sword and shield guy, or you can continue rotating right, or whatever direction you're rotating, and try to get that spear guy or disable the shield guy. Those are like kind of your three options with that, because you can run all you want. You're not winning. If you're by yourself, that's a bad case scenario. You're just going to keep running. If you're in a team and you run away, well, they're going to go fuck with the rest of the people on your team. So what I'll do is say this is the position. This is on the sword guy's right side. I will come off to the left, to the shield side. I will bat at that spear to knock it off flying, and I'll throw a red shot at that shield. And I will keep doing that to the best of my ability until I either get rid of that shield or I see an opportunity to grab the spear. Because it's actually pretty easy to grab that spear and run once you have it. Because now I can tangle that up with the shield guy. I can still swing because I got one hand here. I can still be annoying to that shield guy's leg as I'm running. And if he goes to pop my arm, if he can reach my arm, because I still got the spear, I can still throw a shot at his arm. I can do all kinds of things to annoy him. And ideally, if I have that spearman spear, hopefully he doesn't have a sidearm. The best case scenario is he let go, I toss it, and I continue fighting. Now I'm really only fighting one shield guy and somebody with a blue, hopefully. But we fight, as red fighters, we fight shield guys all the time. It's the spear that's the problem. If you can remove the spear, you're now in more comfortable territory. Because guess what? That guy with that blue sword, now, there's some single blue gods out there. You're still going to be in trouble if that's the case. But at least we got rid of the spear. But if you're not lucky enough to grab the spear and pull it out of the way or push it out of the way, you've got to think tactically. As you're moving off to the side, you've got to keep moving. Any situation where you fight multiple people, you need to keep moving. So you hit that spear up to the side, you throw a red. Hit the spear aside, throw a red. Now, you don't want to become predictable. That spear fighter sees that's what you're doing. You've got maybe 2-3 shots before he's figured out your timing, and he's going to stab you next time you do it. And you just have to change that up. Maybe in the future, after you fought the same guy a dozen times, you just pretend he moves the spear and you throw that red shot at the guy's shield and then come out and block that spear. It's dangerous. It's a spear and a shield guy. You're going to be at a disadvantage. Those are the things that I try to do. The same goes for fighting 2 shieldmen. You're going to need to line them up. Make the shields difficult, put the spear at a disadvantage. All of these things are going to be a disadvantage to you. But controlling the spearhead is the most important thing. If you can get control of this, you can mess with it, you can hold it off for your team, or you have the very basis of fighting that spear. If you can mess with the head, control the head, you win. You'll get, you win the beginning part of it, at least.